Let's talk Law Roach and how this book is not what you think it is. I actually love this book. I read it twice, back to back. I cried reading this book. This book resonated with me so much on like a level that I literally just didn't expect to relate to. This book is actually like spiritual AF. This book has a lot of tips and advice on how to just be confident. Like it says how to build a fashion icon, notes on confidence. Literally, it's way more than notes. It's chapters and pages about confidence. Let's just get into some of my favorite moments and quotes from this book. When you look at the big picture of what this book is about, it's about fashion. It's about like style psychology and how your mental and what's up here is always going to be the format for how you portray yourself to the world and how you come out into the world and how you present yourself. I'm going to open the book to a random page and I have highlighted this book up. I don't like hard copies because the cover never stays on. But literally like I have this book marked up everywhere because I was taking notes. And this book even has pictures of Law as a baby, like so cute, so adorable. This book also has exercises in certain parts of it where it's like how to go through your closet and pick out what makes you feel powerful and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna open the book to a random page and read the highlighted quote. Okay, this is a quote I highlighted. The key is to never be afraid to prove everyone wrong. It's never too late to start over. T. Okay, so let's open up another page from this book. Okay. Oh, I highlighted quite a bit. I'll read it to you. The bigger thinking here is simple. The universe protects. If something just isn't working, no matter how hard you try, it isn't a failure. It is the universe's protection. You're being guided in a different direction. Remember that building confidence is an ongoing journey. Be patient with yourself and acknowledge that confidence may fluctuate on any given day, week, or month. Progress is not always linear, and setbacks are a normal part of growth. Developing a positive and resilient mindset will allow you to face challenges with self assurance and continue to grow as an individual. Uh, like it at times left me speechless, and I may sound dramatic because like if you can't relate, you can't relate. So it's like you wouldn't see the greatness in it. But since I relate so heavily, it's like, oh shit, that's fucking true. Okay, so on the next page, I highlighted this book is a collection of workouts for your confidence muscle. Yes, it is. It's the key to unlocking so many doors in your life, including standing out as a fashion icon. You heard it here first, folks. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, he legit has exercises in this book. I'm gonna try to find one for you right now. So there's one exercise here. It's take action, learn to let go of fear. He goes on to list a couple of tips right here on this page. Right here on this page. Acknowledge your fear. First, let's call out that fear. Give it a name and tell it to fuck off. Be honest with yourself about what you're afraid of and why. Acknowledging it is the first step to taking control. Understand your fear. Try to understand the source of your fear. Is it based on past experiences, irrational beliefs, or external pressures? Understanding the root cause can help you confront it. Repeat positive affirmations. Sweep those negative thoughts for positive thoughts. When fear whispers, you can't do it, shout out, I can and I will. And a whole bunch more. I don't want to give you guys all the tea because you should go buy the book and read it. Even if you're not necessarily into fashion, this is still a great like self-help book. And I don't even really want to call it self-help, even though it technically can be considered and categorized as self-help. Self-help books have a bad stigma. He does go into detail, not so much detail, but he does talk about his relationship with Celine Dion, Zendaya. He talks about how he met Zendaya and the first time like he styled her, and it was such a fun, cute little story. He talks about Celine Dion, Mary J. Blige, Ariana Grande, um, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna read another quote. Remember, we have the ultimate control over our lives and the choices we make. Often taking those necessary steps requires you to first have a really honest look at yourself. It means assessing what you like, what you don't like, what serves you and what doesn't serve you, and whether you're truly prepared to change those things. It could be something as simple as what's in your closet or deeper, like the people in your life. In the end, we're worth taking the time and making the effort if it aligns with the person we want to be. It'll help you fall deeper in love with parts of yourself you already are in love with and increase your appreciation for the other parts as well. Love it. And honestly, my favorite chapter is all of them, I would say. But it gets really good to me at the end, the last like three chapters. He kind of stops telling stories about his upbringing and stuff, and he starts really getting into like this chapter. I think it's chapter 7 is manifest and reflect. This is gratitude is not just a buzzword or a fleeting trend. It's a life altering mindset that can usher in an immense positive change. The power of gratitude transcends the boundaries of screens and hashtags, reaching deep into our hearts and lives, bringing about connection, abundance, and fulfillment. So, Law Roach is high key spiritual AF. He talks about manifesting like quite literally. He says it, and he even says on page 120, he says happiness is a habit you must work on. It requires just as much attention as the work itself. Oof. And he talks about his depression as a teenager, and although I am no longer a teenager and I still have depression, I can relate. Happiness is definitely a muscle, just like confidence is a muscle. And I think happiness and confidence go hand in hand. I think that in order to be happy, confidence is a big trait that goes into that. Law also gives a little bit of styling tips as well. On page 114, he talks about body type and how he never belittles or forces his clients to be a specific size to fit into a dress for an event. He just works with what they have and he tries to make them feel as confident as possible, which is so commendable because in a world, especially in today's climate, being skinny is the goal. And most stylists are only good stylists because they know how to style skinny people. T, clock it. In order to be a great stylist, you need to know how to style every body type. Like literally, if you style size zeros solely, you're not an icon. But yeah, this book is really just about it's how to build a fashion icon, and what he means by that is how to make yourself a fashion icon. Tips on how you can be your own fashion icon, tips on confidence and manifestation and gratitude and starting over. He has an exercise at the last chapter called How to Enter Your Renaissance Era. One of my favorite exercises, especially because what I'm going through right now. But honestly, if you are thinking of reading this book because you're a stylist and you want to know how Law Roach did it, you're gonna be a little disappointed. But if you're somebody who's interested in a higher power, a higher thinking, this book will resonate with you so much. And like I said earlier, or maybe I didn't even say it earlier, I don't remember. But I read this book twice, back to back. And it's a really quick read. The last page is 160, and there is a forward from Jeremy Scott. So Jeremy Scott talks about law. In the beginning of this book, it's basically like a chapter, a small mini chapter. And yeah, so it's a really quick, easy read, entertaining. You can read this book in maybe a week if you're like a good reader. If you're a reader, you can read this book in 2 days, to be honest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys go read this book because I really do feel like it's beneficial, even if you're not into fashion, even if you're not into like style or like stylists or celebrities. Even if you're not into any of that, this book will still provide you with so much knowledge and power, and it'll just encourage you to just be your best self. And we all need that encouragement. Like, we all need someone putting the battery in our back, like, go girl, go. And Law is definitely that in this book. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy my channel, show it some love. I could really use it, and it really motivates me to keep making more videos, even though I'm checking myself right now. I shouldn't use outside validation as something to motivate me to keep doing what I want to do. I just need to build the discipline, but I'm learning. Um so yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and check out some of my other videos right here if you're interested, and bye.